And the recording start. And so I would say welcome to our August meetup. This is the first meetup after our summer break. I'm really happy to have cool people like Andreas, Sarah here, Sebastian and me, you probably know. And also, I'm really looking forward for this meeting because a lot of you requested it to talk about more about security, going deeper. We had Andreas here in the start of his time, so he said what he wants to do, and now he's doing the first recap what he did the last years. Before we start with Sarah and Andreas, I just really want to rush through some community updates because probably the most central topic at the moment for me is the Disrupt in Munich, 16th and 17th of September. So we have still a community code with IGEL Community 24 if you're not registered. If you have any question, please let me or Sebastian know. Raise your question in the community, no problem. What is really cool is we have in EMEA also a community area where we can meet and share some information. Seb and I are working on the agenda for the community stage. We requested Christian Brinkhoff. Hopefully he said yes. Rob Bigman's confirmed already. Hub Dijkstra also confirmed for a security session. Andreas, for your info. This will be pretty cool and will be really worth also from community perspective to attend this event. We have next week also a deep dive with Carl, talk about the event. I recorded last week a podcast with Timo Siebenberg. I highly recommend it. Timo is a really cool guy if you didn't listen yet. Really cool. And then I would say I'm stop talking and give it over to Sarah, and she will give you an update about the knowledge base.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. Very excited to be part of this. Just for you to know, I will shut down my video because my internet is not very good. So yeah, let's share my screen.
We are still living in Germany, right? So we shouldn't expect good internet at home, neither on railway.
That's right. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. So let's start. Maybe you have noticed that we had a cloud migration. We had a lot of posts going on in the community, and I just want to inform you a bit, give you a bit of an insight. What happened during the cloud migration? We migrated over 30,000 articles from the on-prem instance to the cloud instance, where some issues, bugs have been surprising us. So we had to do a lot of work. The whole team had to do manual bug fixing, like broken images and broken links, also broken tables and all this stuff. We all had to do this by hand. So you can imagine how much work this is with so much articles. The big issue was that also that all the links were broken after the migration or during the migration from on-prem to cloud. Maybe you remember we have sent a survey if you have any links that are important to redirect. And we had to create then thousands of redirects. Many thanks to Sebastian and also our IT team for supporting us here. And we still have work in progress here because we have much more links what we have to redirect. And if you see any link or you have links that still have to be redirected, please come to us, send us an email. Finally, we could go live on the 23rd of July. And yeah, since then we also what for the go live, what we have done was we only could do the latest version from every space and only in English because there's so much manual work we have to do. And we are still in progress of doing the old versions, doing the translation of the articles. And yeah, this is what we are doing currently. So yeah, how does the new knowledge base look like? Maybe you all have seen it already. We have a new design of the IGEL knowledge base. We have new spaces. We have a new archive, new rating tool, where I'll go in detail later, new space categories, and we have a new search function. So what kind of new spaces do we have? We have the new space IGEL apps and third-party apps, where you can find in the IGEL apps really just the apps that are from IGEL, and in third-party apps only from our third-party partner. So then we have an own Imprivata space. We are also working on this right now to get it bigger and more articles like how-tos, troubleshootings, FAQs, and much more. Then we have a new knowledge base archive, a new space that's called KB Info, and a new space that is currently, till we have the German translation, here you only can find PDFs of all our articles in German. New space categories, we have IGELOS platform, IGELOS 12 apps, general product information, IGELOS 11, and miscellaneous. Here you can find then the new spaces in these categories. New archive, what do we have in the new archive? Like I have already said, we have here the older IGELOS 11 versions up to 11.7, the IGELOS 10, UMS 6, IMI, ICG, a lot of things. Please have a look, and maybe there's something what you need, what you can't find on the homepage. New search function. What is new is that you now can search already the space in which you want to search. You don't have to go like on the on-prem instance, first in the space, and then you can search in the space. Now you can do a pre-filter. And we have this new rating tool. It replaced the old feedback button. And yeah, that's the topic I want to go more in detail. You can now rate our articles with superb, helpful, not helpful, broken links, wrong article format, wrong picture format. Broken links, if a link doesn't work or it directs to the internal Confluence instance, what is a known bug right now, and we're trying to solve this. But when you find something like that, you can rate this article with broken links, and it helps us to identify these and fix it. Wrong picture format. What we mean with that is if an image or a screenshot seems to be too large or too small or not on the right place in the article, please also let us know this. You can rate it here, and we will try to fix that. Wrong article format, what do we mean with that? We mean if tables or text seems to have the wrong format, like the table is in the middle of the page, not on the left side or on the right side. So it doesn't seem that the design or that the design of the article is right. What you also can do, this is what replaces our feedback button. You can write a comment. And we want to, so you're welcome to inform us about bugs or errors, because we can decide which comments are displayed. So you don't have to worry, when I write now here is an error or here's a bug or wrong information, that this looks from outside or for our users, that this is not going good.
Sarah, just 1 second, because that's
Yeah.
an important information for the rest of the listeners. So
Yeah.
if we speak about the feedback, it also means that if you're missing information or that you think that additional links should be added to that article or more context should be added, please use this feature. I know that a lot of you already wrote emails by the feedback button in the past, but now it's a way easier for you because you do not need any additional email client opening to get in contact with us. Just write in that field. And as Sarah mentioned, we will take care of, even if it's not shown, we can decide if it's published or not. But that's just an important thing. please give us feedback as much as you can, because the knowledge base is not our knowledge base, it's a knowledge base meant to inform you about our product. So we need to be aligned with your needs. So just in case, leave us as much as possible comments, we will take care of. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, Sebastian. Yeah, and I want to show you in a live demo where it is and how it works. Just have to, oops. Yeah. Can you see my the knowledge
Yep,
base? Okay,
we do.
great. So this is the knowledge base, and when you are in an article, you just scroll down and here it starts with a rating tool. So you just, when you think this article was very helpful, we are welcome. You're welcome to also tell us if it's superb or very helpful article. So you just click on it and it gets a 1, and we will be notified that there's a comment or a rating, and we can see it and do our analysis of it. And with the comments, just for information, you don't have to log in. That's free. If you want to, you can. If not, no problem. You just write here your comment. You can enter your name or your email so that we maybe can contact you via email when we don't want to have this comment published. And then you just write, very good article. I have to write it correctly. There are, and then just comment as guest. If you want to log in, you also can put more information from your side. And then it's published. Or for me now, it's published, but nobody else can see it. Yeah. So, any questions so far for this?
There are a couple of questions in the Q&A, so I would just like to jump in for a second. So first of all, thank you very much, you, Sarah, but also the rest of the team who was involved in that migration. Every one of us would expect that migrating from a tool to the same tool in cloud would be easy. It wasn't. So just in case, I just want to mention that even if we are focusing right now of what is not working yet, everything else obviously is working. So if you think about the 30,000 articles which we migrated and all the manual work that we put into it, it is something that we are doing for a mid to long-term solution, right? So everything that we're doing now is on a system which will be supported for the next, I don't know, 10, 20 years. And the system that we were using before the conference on-prem was mostly end of life. So we would have security issues, we would not have gotten new updates, and the system itself were dying over the time. So we couldn't get that risk. That's the reason why we had to move in time. And that's where it was a great teamwork to do this. We know that it's not perfect yet, but we wanted also to be transparent, Sarah and I, and show you where we are at the moment, and also tell you which limitations we have. And therefore, there's a question in the Q&A coming from Ron regarding the PDF export. So yeah, this feature is definitely something that we need to reinvest in that tool. It's there already, but it's not working as we want. So we need to get our supplier, excuse me, to deliver the service as it was before. And guess what? This supplier was, I would call it, surprised that we all need to move to cloud. So we are not the only ones who are pushing them. So that's a feature that will come back soonish. We will inform you, obviously, together with the rest of the features that are missing now or not working as we would like to have them working, as soon as they're ready. But we will inform everyone in the community as soon as we are done. But thank you again, Sarah, for the time that you took to share with us the latest news.
Yeah, I'm not finished yet.
I know.
Okay. You're welcome. So the last thing what I want to tell you is our backlog timeline, because I know you guys are asking for the documentation of the last releases and everything. And because of the migration, we have a huge backlog. And just for you, that you know when the documentation maybe will come. We have IGEL 12 documentation from OS 12 12.4.2. We hope to, or we will deliver this documentation end of August. Also the UMS 12.04.120 and 12.5, also end of August. And in the September, we hope that we can deliver you IGEL OS 12.5.0 and the OS 11.10 stable and rolling release. And during the next months, we will deliver the apps documentation, and the Imprivata will be there till Disrupt in Munich. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thanks for listening and having me.
Thank you, Sarah. So now the stage is yours, Andreas.
All right. So let me share my screen now. Here it goes. Yes. Okay. So yeah, today, I wanted to give you some insights into IGEL security, and we talked then about our InfoSec program and strategies and goals, and some of our core product security features or capabilities. You certainly have heard in the past about the preventive security model. And just wanted to highlight what this means. What this means from a security guy's perspective, and maybe remove the mist of typical marketing and sales slides. So maybe to start, for those who don't know me, with a short introduction, not to tell you what a cool guy I am, but just to tell you that I have been in multiple different roles in information security during the last year. I started my career very long ago in the German army, of course. So no, not of course, but started in the German army, then went through consulting, for typical ISO and similar standard implementation and certification. Then went into a defense company where then I acted as a customer, because I was in the role of a customer, buying security solutions and integrating them into defense projects. And then, 4 years ago, in May 2020, I think I started at IGEL in the middle of the pandemic, or at the beginning of the pandemic, on the green field, quite on the green field. And maybe you remember, or you can have a look at the first community meetup I did. We had a really tough program, a really tough agenda we wanted to realize. And this is what I also can show, what we achieved so far. So the two biggest news, I want to highlight today are, of course, the preventive security model, that you see on our slides, which is a core feature of OS 12, and of course its abilities, how they work, and the thing I'm also very proud of, the ISO 27001 certification. Why am I proud of the ISO 27001 certification? Because we started on the green field, and if you take a look, the scope of our ISO is not an easy one. So you can get an ISO 27001 quite quick, if the scope is small enough. But we decided our responsibility as a vendor is to deliver you clean products from a clean and secure environment. And this is why our development environment, our maintenance processes, and the support environments are also in scope, of the ISMS. And of course, all the other things, like your customer data and everything else that's required for a reliable and resilient business operation. So how did we manage that? Preventive security model, ISO 27001. Of course, we started with building the team. And this is a team, how it looks now. This is a security organization with privacy a little bit aside, but also asked very often, do you have a strong privacy organization? Do you have a strong privacy focus? Yes, we have 3 people taking care, of privacy only. And back in 2020 or 2021, there were only the 4 of us. So I joined. Many of you know Matthias Huber, who's meanwhile a senior product security manager. So he's a head of product security management. We had 2 very good security engineers and security analysts. We pulled them into the team. And we the team itself. I started as a CISO responsible for information security only. And of course, after analyzing the risks, we saw, okay, security must be independent. We moved security out from product management to not treat it as a simple concurring feature anymore, and to make it an independent instance. And that worked very well. So the independence gave us the priority we needed, to implement the features and the improvements we thought that will cover the risks, of the products and, of course, IGEL's business processes. So these 2 very, very good colleagues became then the leading security architects in IGEL for IGEL OS and UMS and the other stuff we are doing in the background. We hired 2 more product security managers that are currently managing development in implementing secure technologies. We hired a security engineer who's just supporting development with implementing it securely. You are aware that we have stuff running in SaaS, so we need a DevSecOps engineer, maintaining the security of this. And yes, to speed up all the compliance requirements we hired even an additional information security manager. That's not all. So the next request is already running. So we will grow more and more. So I think the next things that will come up, we will have maybe somebody more dedicated to information security standards in the US. To fulfill some special requests and follow some special standards. And we will hire a security analyst to support the architects with basic stuff. Vulnerability management, security assessment, security testing, because we do a lot of this. So what did we achieve so far? I think quite a lot. I'm a little bit proud of it. So we started as a security vendor with a risk assessment, of course. And we saw, okay, what are our risks? Delivering, of course, insecure products. That would make us disappear from the market. We didn't want that, of course. So we set up a secure development program. Starting with a secure software development lifecycle. So there are now procedures, processes, instructions, and documentation to how to develop secure software, how to do it, duties, steps, quality gates. There are coding guidelines for the different technologies we use. For our products. We bought and implemented a static code analysis solution, maintaining code flaws, insecure technologies of all repositories we work with. We enforced code reviews, and enforced the quality of code reviews. So our architects are also reviewing code contributed to the product. We started a vulnerability management with certain SLAs. So you know that if there's a critical vulnerability somewhere, you need it in a certain time. And we started to set goals for these remediation times, and are even now supporting this with more technical solutions. We set up the dynamic and interactive testing program. So we always did penetration tests, but we do them now in a more structured way, with better and higher quality. external pen tests from independent pen testers, internal pen tests from our security guys. We have for each security function, every feature, we have interactive security testing as a quality gate, that cannot be passed. There I mentioned the external penetration testing. So basically, every product is pen tested at least once a year, or of course after major changes, also another time. So an additional time. We also have customers pen testing our products. We are very glad of that, because these pen tests, sometimes or find something that the other pen test company did not find. They mostly find the same stuff, but it is always good to have another pen test, and we really appreciate it that when somebody shares the pen test results with us. We implemented a developer training program, a structured one that, and we are even expanding this right now, just to raise, of course, the capabilities, the abilities of developers to implement better security from scratch. The the secure development environment was also a thing, because, as we say, good food comes from a clean kitchen, doesn't it? So you need a sanitized environment to build secure software and reduce the risks of supply chain attacks, which we also treat as a very, very serious threat for us and, of course, for you. So the dev environment is quite isolated. Network rules have been reviewed, permissions, and you maybe some of you work in software development and you know how it can be with permissions. Everybody's able to do anything. That's not the desired outcome, so we got rid of that. We set up, of course, compliance and security scanner, scanning any device on the network, communicating somehow, testing if it's compliant, testing if it's securely configured, testing if it's up to date, and so on, and relentlessly putting out these reports, escalating them directly to the maintenance teams, and being remediated within real quick time. We also implemented an intrusion detection system, monitoring, of course, these networks for unauthorized access. These are linked with the threat intelligence, of course, as some machine learning based patterns. We could even say, okay, AI, started using it very early. It's very good tool or solution we are utilizing in the whole environment, and are confident that it prevents us from some undesired effects that we maybe would never have discovered before. We also started monitoring, of course, the repositories we access, and the code we are storing before building, and the output after being compiled. So a typical word for this is a tripwire. So if somebody unauthorized accesses code or artifacts, we will be monitored. If they are altered in an unauthorized way, we will get alerted. So this gives us the confidence to really maintain a high integrity of our products. Okay, one of the first thing, so these are quite high-end solutions, especially the threat intelligence and the tripwire technology. We started even with basic security logging. So we are able to store logs for a year. Review them also with the threat intelligence. So it is linked with the threat intelligence. It is linked with a security operations center with 24/7 duty. Alerting us when something weird happens. Just to make this clear, so far, we had no severe incidents. As always, most issues are caused by behavior of internal personnel. Yeah, so something is being treated wrong. Yeah, and then already the tool raises an alert and says, "Hey, this guy with administrative privileges just did something. Yeah, not unusual, but it didn't happen for a long time. Have a look at it." Yeah, very good alert level to detect potential attacks very early. We also, yeah, did something for the company, for the business processes. I mentioned it already, the ISO 27001 certification. It was 1.5 years of hard work to implement all of these documentation, yeah, and to grow the team. So this approach, we used for it was of course based, on this magic security formula. Yeah, you need a threat, a threat actor, you need a vulnerability, and if both, apply and both are compatible, then you have an impact. And this is the standard formula that also created the preventive security model. Yeah, to remediate threats, of course, you need preventive capabilities. Yeah, you have no other choice. You cannot control hackers out there. Yeah, vulnerabilities are controlled with maintenance. Of course, they will always be there, especially if you are based on open source products. Yeah, you will every day will be discover new vulnerabilities somewhere, and you just have to manage it. It's not magic. And anyway, things will happen. Things will go wrong, and then you have to have containment capabilities in your product. You have to react correctly on these incidents, learn from them, remediate them so they don't happen again. The contribution to these formula came from or are implemented in our secure development and secure SDLC descriptions, and they also are implemented by our secure SDLC, who always say, for instance, if you implement something new, do the threat analysis, define security targets, test the security targets. This is standard part of our secure SDLC. We also have a lot of contribution from the external pen tests when pen testers suggested architectural changes to make something harder in the future to exploit. We had our own continuous improvement. Our guys know our products, and they always suggest we could do this better. And we just we don't judge. Then we make a feature suggestion out of it, document it in our processes, and then one day it gets developed and shipped. So this all led to the preventive security model, which you maybe would understand better if I can explain you how cyber attacks usually work. Because there is no guy out there sitting in front of a dark screen with a hoodie and typing hack the firewall, enter. No, okay, there is this guy, but this kind of attack is only 0.3%. So these are these zero-day exploits, these very highly complicated attacks, that take advantages of a chain of exploits, They require very, very highly skilled attackers, and thus they are so rare. Regular cyber attackers, are no magicians. They need user interaction, by mistake or deception. So the typical phishing email, the faked attachment, or the malicious website your users access. Sometimes they need physical access, an unguarded device, unprotected device. Of course, they use malware and malicious code, to compromise the system, to bring the system to do what they want. But this is also mostly based on software vulnerabilities, exploits, and misconfigurations of the system. So the preventive security model then covers these issues. To prevent weaponized attacks against user interaction, you need user boundaries. We know it. User permissions. If I am root on a system and a malware hits me, I'm wasted. So we have to create, to apply need-to-know principles, least privilege principles on the system. And this is what we are supporting in a very easy way with the UMS, with directory services in the background, and so on. So, and even within the system, on a level that the user cannot see, we have created user boundaries within IGEL OS that make it very hard to compromise it. A security guy will never say it's impossible, but in the end, it's a chain you need, to exploit and to perform a successful attack. So I will always say it's very, very, very unlikely to exploit an IGEL OS, but never say it's impossible. We created a very low attack surface compared to OS 11. OS 12 is far smaller. You know that things are handled meanwhile differently. So there are less packages, less unwanted and unnecessary packages. The app concept also contributes to this, to keep the surface as low as possible. We also use the permissions and separation in the technology, in the architecture, to contain the movement of a potential attacker and prevent the persistence of an attacker. So, of course, write protection, signed partitions, prevent that system is infected and remains infected. So basically, after reboot, everything is like a factory reset, or returned to the last known good configuration. We provide you an excellent IT service management suite. The UMS allows you to control any aspect of all your IGEL OS clients. You can manage software vulnerabilities, you can manage configurations, you can manage everything. Several thousand options you can manage with the UMS, broken down to individual profiles. This is not usual, for an OS to have such a good management. This is why I, as a security guy, love IGEL OS. You can provide updates in time. So we as a vendor, have the SLA to provide updates in time, and they are made available, and you can install them in time without local administration, without any additional distribution tools. You can return to previously known configurations and so on. So the UMS is a very good patch and change management tool. And of course, the architecture of IGEL OS enables you to fail securely. This is a principle in security. If you get hacked, the attacker has no advantage out of it. If you get compromised, you can recover quickly. You can return to normal. This is, again, the signed partitions, return to previously known state, the disaster recovery options I will talk about later. We all must solve conflicts linked with that, because we can certainly build very high security solutions. And we could build them with very high usability, effectivity, and maintainability. But then we would put millions of hours of work into it, and you would feel that on the license costs. So this is an internal conflict. Security has to remain effective but efficient. And you must be aware of these conflicts, because if you want it, at a high security and a low price, it will be potentially risky. It will be hard to maintain. It's a typical example for open source software. You can download it, you can install it, but you need a lot of experience to configure it correctly. If you get it at a low price and a high usability, it very likely has a low security, because nobody implemented it. And if you have high security and high usability, it does not come at a low price. This leads then basically to certain principles you need to apply. Regardless if it's in our scope as a vendor or if it's in your scope as an end user or the customer. We need all to accept that, hey, it's 2024, and we have still unprotected customer environments and insecure endpoints. Accept the reality of digital information processing. There are attackers out there. They want your data. It is the most valuable target for you and the attacker. And it's regardless if it's the confidentiality of the data or the availability. They just don't want to steal it. They also want to encrypt your endpoint so you're not able to work, right? Both methods work and both cause the damage. You are in scope. Maybe, of course, they go for critical infrastructures, but they also go for their suppliers. And is there a company left out there that does not somehow contribute to critical infrastructures? That would make not much sense in economy. So accept that valuable information needs efficient and effective protection. Utilize the right solutions in a complete environment, in a completely secure environment. Accept the necessary changes. Oh, it's so hard. Security, another feature we need, but it takes time and has no visible result and whatever. Yes, but you can say in security, if it's easy for you, if it's convenient for you, it's very easy for the attacker. Multi-factor authentication is best case for this. Oh, everybody has to take this extra step. Oh, now again, I have to press yes, it's me. But it's a simple click for you. For the attacker, it's impossible to dodge this. When it takes a small step for you, it's a huge trench for the attacker. And accept that it's inevitable. There is a secure system. One day there will happen something, and just be prepared. There is no secure solution. You will have a breach. It's all about keeping the breach as small as possible and getting the attacker as quickly out as possible with as little data as possible. So this is basically the magic of information security management. And this is why we recommend this, or we are convinced of the security of our products, and the security of the preventive security model. And basically why we say, okay, preventive security, yes. You can also say it's just Linux powerful legacy. IGEL OS has a lot of security advantages because it's coming from the open source community. You have the transparency over the included software. You have the transparency about the packages and all the vulnerabilities in there. We work on a project to provide a software bill of material automatically for any release, but you can also use security scanners, and they tell you what's in there. Security vulnerabilities are monitored by the community. It's not proprietary. When somebody sneaks in malicious code, and we had this in the community, in the open source community in the past, it gets detected quite quickly. And of course, if there is severe fix, several people work directly on it, and it's available within days and not months. You know about it and you get it quickly. Another big advantage of Linux, of the Linux engine behind it, is the other access control, the mandatory access controls that set attributes for any object and any resource in the system. You cannot dodge this easily. On other operating systems, they have maybe discrete access controls where it says, okay, you're the user. It seems that you also should have the administrative privileges, or access to this. In IGEL OS, it's separated. Yeah, kernel space, user space, it's sealed off. Yeah, it's signed, and the user cannot do bad things to the kernel and to the core system. We also use AppArmor for the base OS, so some bad movements are prevented. Yeah, and we even work on expanding this. You all know the features with the encrypted read-only and side partitions. Yeah, it is very good because it does not allow unauthorized changes. Yeah, this means that there is no persistence for malware, ransomware, and backdoors. Yeah, if something ever manages it to compromise an IGEL OS, it will tell during the boot up the signature has been changed, something is wrong. What do you want to do? Return to the last previous known state or reinstall or whatever. Then you can do it with the UMS easily. We developed IGEL OS for a quite malware hostile environment. Yeah. So yes, kernel space, user space are separated. We have these mandatory access controls. Yeah. We have the browser in a sandbox. You know, the browser is the open door for diseases, and viruses or malware on the system. Yeah. So you have to keep it sealed off from the rest of the system. The IGEL package manager, does not allow, to install unsigned packages and packages not coming from IGEL. This is very important for cyber attacks because you cannot live off the land, as we say. Yeah. So if you hijack an IGEL OS somehow, directly or with a malware, you have no tools. You can look around, but you are in the desert. Yeah. You cannot use anything against the system. No debugging tools, no compilers, no libraries that shouldn't be there or accessible, and so on. Nothing. Yeah. And also, it's really hardened. So there are no undocumented and unnecessarily active services. You can freshly installed IGEL OS has no network connections, listening, no open ports. Yeah, you must configure it. Yeah, and install all of this additional stuff. In addition, yes, it's part of the preventive security model. There's no data on the endpoint. Yeah, no user data. There is no username on it. Yes, somehow there is an authentication, so there is a token. Especially the browser can cause a lot of trouble linked with this, but then you have additional security controls to protect your access token. Your directory services provide something like conditional access. We provide a conditional access and a contextual access solution that prevent these leaks maybe caused by a browser or another vulnerability that I cannot name currently. Yes, and the swift and lean endpoint management. Yeah, so you have the full control. I told it. The UMS is a very powerful tool. Use it. This prevents your IGEL OS, your endpoints from being breached. A well-maintained environment will not get compromised. If it happens, you can return to operation quite quickly. Yeah, you have UniPockets. You can install cold standby. You can do pixie boot and reinstall new clients. Yeah, so it's very easy. You have multiple approaches. Yeah, with the UMS and IGEL OS to recover. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you should be prepared and have a plan for this. You will need an UMS. Yeah, that it's maybe not compromised, and you need, of course, the backend infrastructure, DAAS, SAAS, or whatever. If this is compromised, IGEL OS it's not affected, of course, but you still can work, right? So all these improvements led to this, right? So what's next? We are not gonna stop. We have a very, very full plan of improving security. Yeah, we will in the product, for IGEL OS and UMS, we are now working on zero trust and I call security in depth enhancements. I will show them a little bit more in detail on one of the next slides. So, but there will be also UMS security profiles that allow you to have certain security configurations and recommended security configurations for IGEL OS. And yes, we have started on evaluating, what is necessary to create a FIPS 143 client. So evaluated cryptography modules in IGEL OS. In security development, we are currently implementing a real-time supply chain protection and vulnerability management. We need this, to monitor all the packages and all the vulnerabilities in real time during every step of the development progress. And we need this because you need it. You have the Executive Order 14028 that tells you maintain suitable vulnerability management. Stay in touch with your vendor and get fixes as soon as possible. Get an overview what you utilize. So the software bill of material is a clear requirement. And this too also. Get your vendors, to deliver your patches as quickly as possible. And this is why we work on this and want to be done with this topic still this year. For the IGEL Technology Group, we already are started working on SOC 2 Type 2, which is also a good certification that provides you a little bit more trust. And for some special purposes and special customers, we are preparing FedRAMP for our online services. But I think the most people here are interested in security and dev functions. So based on the zero trust pillars, that you can see, that for instance, from the Department of Defense model, there are several pillars ensuring security. IGEL OS already supports many of these zero trust capabilities or security and dev capabilities. In the user management, we support 15 different technologies. In the device security, we have 7 aspects supported. Regarding data and even data in transit, we support multiple aspects. So it is already a good solution, but we want to do more. The rest of this also is not directly coming from IGEL, but will be compatible and integrated into a whole zero trust scenario. So of course you have to maintain a secure network with network access protection. You have to protect your servers, and your backend. You have to maintain security orchestration and response. So we can provide you a secure endpoint and a secure endpoint management. First, we will start with increasing improving user separation, user mapping, and permission handling. For zero trust scenarios, you need this continuous authentication, continuous authorization, and we will provide more distinguishable details for that, by implementing a new multi-user concept. We will increase security logging and eBPF monitoring, so we will make visible what happens in the systems, and what happens on the network layer. We will increase application sandboxing and privileged service policies. We have things that must run as root, or run with something like root privileges, of course, and we can seal them off better against other components, and we will do that. We can do a lot of interesting stuff with trusted platform modules that are, not a rare thing, meanwhile. We can do a lot of interesting stuff for conditional and contextual access in the TPM and provide more information, more details. We will update cryptography. Some stuff is from the beginning of IGEL OS. It is updated meanwhile, but I think we can rethink some things completely. Just to be honest, IGEL OS was designed, you remember, maybe as a thin client operating system. We have much more hardware power meanwhile, so we can afford to do some more resource intensive things, and we will do that. And yes, of course, the UMS security profiles, I mentioned already, will be part of this. Yeah, they will control also these zero trust aspects and provide an interface to other systems. And they will also come. Yeah, we will support more partners in zero trust scenarios, in security in depth scenarios. There will be more security-oriented apps. The app landscape is quite big. The partner landscape is also quite big. We will just start to support more solutions. Okay, that's it. So sorry, I think I consumed too much time, and let's look into the Q&A section.
All good, Andreas. I mean, the topic is important enough to spend time on it. So you are definitely on time. We have 3 minutes left before the session ends. So are there any questions, guys, that you would like to address that we didn't cover yet? Please use the Q&A feature of Zoom if you want to share something with Andreas and with us. And I'm seeing one question. I mean, I will rephrase it a little bit, but I guess the main topic is in. So since we're talking to the IGEL community for the moment, and you already covered it partially in your in a slide 2 or 3 minutes before, but in your experience, how important is community input when it comes to enhancing security features in products, Andreas?
It's very important because you are the voice, yeah, of the user. You know, I said it at the beginning that we moved security to an independent department, yeah, to be really independent. And you as a customer, as a user, you need also to be independent when it comes to priorities and features. Yeah. So we need you, the community and the users, to push this button. Yeah. Because product management, yeah, they usually look in a very feature-oriented way on the product. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. We are very supportive with implementing new features or new scenarios for our customers, but if you raise the awareness for more security functions, it will be clearly also higher prioritized through the product management, which already is quite good. But me as a security guy, I would always embrace more priorities on this.
It gives another view of the topic, right? I mean, it's driven by the community, it's driven by the market and not by a customer project or by a feature request, which is from a product perspective, another vision of a topic.
Exactly. Security is a very, very, ungrateful topic, or an ungrateful feature, because it is a high effort topic with low outcome, low visible outcome. There is no statistics for prevented hacks. You can't see this. But it is in fact very important, and the more visibility and priority we get, the quicker we get more secure.
Very good. Thank you very much, Andreas. So I'm seeing a couple of other questions, but guys, we will take them over and ask them then, Andreas, privately, and give you feedback after the session. Thank you very much, Andreas. And I know Sarah already left, but I want to thank you both for talking to the community, taking the time. I know it's not part of your daily job to talk at such a later time of the day to Americans, to Germans, and rest of the world people. So thank you very much for doing this. René, any closing words, or are we good?
For everyone who wants to meet Andreas, come to Munich to Disrupt, and you have the chance to have deep talks with him, have some drinks, have a good time, but also with other guys from the community. So if you're not registered, come to Munich and have a great week, I would say.
Thank you very much, guys. See you soon.
Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.